What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you a very interesting due diligence that was made by one of our community members. And this due diligence shows that FINRA in particular and authorities in general are hiding a lot of information. And the only solution for them right now is to kick this can down the road. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, I want to say you that I want to make an exchange. I want to exchange 4 hours of my work to 1 second of your time. And the only thing I want you to do is to hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. In this case, this video will be pushed forward to a broader audience and more people will see it and we will have more chances to win our battle. So, and let's start with the news itself. On my yesterday's video, I showed you this news that one of our community member is being charged a short borrowing fee for MMTLP. And as you can see right here, Phil Anderson received this email from Charles Schwab. And it says that he will be charged a stock borrow fee to maintain a short position. So he has some shares shorted on MMTLP, and the more important part is right here, the QSIP number 629999590. And if you try to find this QSIP number in Google, you will see the very first link is from sec.gov. But guys, quite interesting detail. If you click on this link and try to find this number right here, let me show you. In this case, you will not find any mention of this QSIP number. But in general, I have to say that if Google shows us that this QSIP number belongs to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons, this means the transition from MMTLP to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons happened. And this means this short position that was opened by Phil Anderson back in, I don't know, probably November or the very beginning of December of 2022, this position also was transferred to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. And we all know that this company is a private company, and according to laws, according to SEC rules, a private company cannot be shorted by any means. And this is a pure violation of the regulation rules. And let me show you this. Syntax Queen of the Metaverse reposted a tweet that was made by RareDD. And I want to give a huge shout out to RareDD, because my today's video almost entirely based on his due diligence. So, on September 18th he wrote, brokerages like TradeZero, TD Ameritrade and Interactive Brokers and more had plans to liquidate force close short positions either on December the 9th or December the 12th, 2022. FINRA's U3 halt on MMTLP prevented this from occurring. There has now been a settlement issue for over 9 months. On top of that, he also added another letter from Interactive Brokers that shows exactly the same. The short position would be forced to liquidate back in December, but it didn't happen. And guys, let me show you this information again from RareDD Twitter account. He wrote this 7 hours ago. When FINRA cannot come up with a good excuse, they use what many of their member firms use and just call it a coding issue. If there was no real FTD issue though, why fight so hard to hide the MMTLP share count? And he also refers to his own tweet that he published on September 13th. In FINRA's FAQ, they say the MMTLP failed to deliver were a coding issue. The first time, okay, but when the failed to delivers weren't initially addressed, isn't it because the issue was discovered? How did the same issue prevent addressing FTDs a year later? Then a halt that prevents settlement. And he also added this screenshot from FINRA's own FAQ. On top of that, let me show you this. FINRA and the SEC keep records of crimes committed by member firms, crimes that are often repeated and rarely result in prison time. those same member firms sit on regulator boards or end up working for them, and vice versa. Why wouldn't the crime spill over to the regulator? And he also added this. FINRA, for example, receives very little oversight from the SEC, according to Gary Gensler, and he told about this just several days ago in front of the Congress. And they operate as though they have immunity. Combine that with the temptation of huge money and tell me why you think it's hard to believe that some FINRA employees might cheat. Definitely, we have pure evidence that FINRA is hiding something. And let me show you again, I think this tweet that was made again by RareDD 8 hours ago. And he said, FINRA defied the request of our stock and allowed Ari Rubinstein and others to trade OSTKO on the OTC. The exact same thing happened with MMTLP. Of course, FINRA sided with their own board member over the issue and investors. And guys, I have to say that this name, Ari Rubinstein, is a very famous name because he is the head of GTS Securities. And this company was the first company on top of the Concord, and these two companies were involved in the process of illegal trading of MMTLP back in 2021. And let me quote you further. There is precedent, not legal precedent, but a clear example of events similar to MMTLP where Ari Rubinstein was given permission from FINRA to trade OCTKO stock on the OTC against the wishes of our stock. Compare this with TBNRF and you start to see a pattern. And there is several companies in a row with quite similar conditions that became tradable illegally back in the days, and one of these companies was MMTLP. And guys, some of our opponents might think that FINRA doesn't know about this issue, but let me show you this. Again, the tweet that was made by RareDD and reposted by John Burda. And RareDD wrote, not factual, FINRA does manage the individual records of shares for every company. And he added two screenshots of the FINRA's own rules that shows that they has to manage the individual records of every share for every basically company on the US stock market. And let me show you this. Again, RareDD tweet, and he posted this 7 hours ago. Ari Rubinstein, a big player in the market and highly visible before the U3 halt of MMTLP. With all of these accusations over the past 9 months, how difficult would it have been for GTS to submit an audited accounting of their MMTLP trading activity to clear his name? And he also added, if you were in his position and you could easily submit to a third-party audit to clear your name, wouldn't you? Instead, we find out that GTS Securities has been spoofing for 6 years and face spoofing allegations in 2 lawsuits. We also learn that he traded OSTKO stock similar to MMTLP. And this is pure evidence that FINRA knows about illegal activity of Ari Rubinstein and of his company GTS Securities. On top of that, FINRA is hiding this information, and they don't want to disclose it publicly. And the only solution for them, for now, is to kick this can down the road. Because the longer these procedures might be, the less chances they think that the less chances we might have to win this battle. But guys, I have to say that it is completely opposite situation. Because remember, back in the days, back in December, when this illegal U3 halt happened, we were demolished. We didn't know what to do. And for now, guys, we have several lawsuits. We have a lot of people who made very thorough due diligence, and we know that we know basically all the components of these illegal actions. And everything that we have to do right now is to follow our community members who are pushing forward these cases. On top of that, we have to contact to our Congress members, because for now we have 22 people from Congress who are aware of our situation and who want to help us. And guys, the closest deadline for now is September 27th, because according to Junk Savvy, and we all know that she is another headliner of our community, and she gives us a very important information regarding the upcoming events. And she wrote that it will be a meeting with the financial committee where Gary Gensler and SEC appears, and potentially they will be asked with this tricky question regarding MMTLP. On top of that, guys, let me show you another tweet that was made by another community member and another headliner of our community, Mark Basile. And he published this tweet 13 hours ago with several hashtags: RICO, racketeering, fraud, jail, wannabes, follow the money, dilution funding, bad bot. And I have to say that it is quite indicative GIF. You can remember it from the Home Alone movie. And this means he gives us some tips that potentially we are about to see the RICO lawsuit. And he made previously several tweets as well with the same tips. So we have to wait, and we have to contact our Congress members in order to push our case forward. But in general, I think we will win this battle. So that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad.